The Qs right now coming back down, retesting the daily pivot. Current price 635. Daily pivot could hold up. We got two bounces off it already. Just rejected off of VWAP. That's very bearish. The Qs down 0.31% on the day. Current price 645. I'd look for a little bounce here possibly. We got the SPY bouncing off of the daily pivot. Coming back down here, nice little curve. Not huge on volume, which is very positive. The MACD on SPY is negative, so continuation could continue, but we're right here on the daily pivot. We have two nice hard bounces already. It's a nice little scalp opportunity. Current price 665. 19 down 0.24%. Nvidia is getting pummeled today, down 2.54%. Current price 179 even. Rejected by both VWAP and the daily pivot, so we're going to have to watch out for that. That is a strong rejection there. I'd say continuation is most likely possible. Current price 179.09. So we got the RSI continuing to decline. We got the MACD on the 5 continuing to decline. Nvidia bearish. AMZN, Amazon, down 2.17%. Current price 222.69, 222.70. We got rejected by VWAP twice today, early on in the beginning of the day. We found support on the S3 daily pivot. Really nice support there at around the 221.50 area. We had a low 221.23. Current price 222.73. Nice 50-cent bounce here. Just off of, see, about 12 o'clock. Found it once more. Bounced back off of the S3 pivot. So we're going to have to watch how it reacts here because it's stuck in between the VWAP and the S3 pivot. So we're in a pivotal situation right here with the Amazon. AMD. That was a nice little short there, called a few minutes ago. That was beautiful. I didn't expect it to pull back so much here, but AMD down on the day. I'm sorry, up on the day, 1.78%, and pulling back from the high, 163.39. Current price 162.56. I said it was going to be about a 20 to 30 point move to the downside, but we found about $1 there, almost $1. So that was a little bit bigger move than expected. Let's move on. We're going to continue to watch that because if it continues to pull down, we're going to watch that VWAP right around the 162 area. Again, current price 162.66, could continue to fall down there. Find support on VWAP, bounce once again, unless the bears take it, push it back down under VWAP. MSFT, Microsoft getting destroyed today. Not too bad, but I mean 0.78% down. We got AMD up, so technology is kind of just scattered. AMZN down, Nvidia down, AMD up. So Microsoft down 0.78%. Current price 510.45. Rejected by VWAP just a moment ago. It's similar to Amazon. Rejected by VWAP. Caught the S1 pivot. Double rejection there because they're both right next to each other. Right over here. And just came down, continuing to decline. We're going to have to watch this because I'm skeptical if it's going to continue to fall down. If it falls down anymore, I'm going to say it's safe to say it's going to go down to that S2 pivot right around the 510 area, 510, 509. Right now, again, Microsoft 510.44. So it's a nice $1.50. 510.44. GLD gold. 347.94, up 0.84% today. We have some consolidation between the R1 pivot and the VWAP. Looks like it just overtook VWAP, could continue to push up. Current price 347.90. So I'd say maybe possibly go up to the the R2 pivot, 349. So could catch the dollar there. I have the RSI continuing to rise. The MACD is positive on the 5. The USO up 1.82% today, 74, 79. Finding some rejection here, though, at the R2 pivot. Broke above it earlier today, fell back below it. It's just getting rejected right now here on the 5. If you go look up that chart, nice rejection there on both the VWAP and the pivot. 74.80. It's getting pushed down. So if it doesn't retake that, I'm going to say it's safe to come back down about 74.50, 74.30, 74.40 area. So 74.80 down to 74.40. Nice 40-point move. We got Apple Technology getting smashed today, but they're only down 0.4%. They're pretty solid now. Right around support right now for the day. They've been finding support here even in pre-market. They're on the 254.70, 254.60 area. Right now, 255 even. So we have to watch this area because if it continues to break here, we might find lower prices around 254. Maybe you get $1, $2 here on the downside. But if we find support right now, like we have all day, even in the pre-market, could come back up, find the VWAP once again at 256.10. And if it retakes that, we're going to go back up, maybe turn positive on the day. Possibly. Otherwise, going back down to 253. Maybe even down to the pivot, around 252.20. Meta's down 0.17%. Meta's a real solid stock right now. I absolutely love this one. Ripped down, found support right on the nose at the S1 pivot. Ripped back up, just slammed right past VWAP on the 5. Came all the way back up to 770.60. And pushed back down. Bears took back the VWAP, and it's fighting right now. So it's right around the VWAP area. If they're able to retake VWAP, I'd say it's going to go back up, maybe end even for the day or positive. But if it gets rejected here, we're going back down to retest that 759 area at that S1 pivot. We got the MSTR. MSTR, kind of similar right now, hovering right between the daily pivot and the VWAP. It's got to take one or the other. We're at some pivotal areas on some of these stocks right now. So Morningstar just right around evens, up 0.01%. I mean, it's basically flat. So we're gonna see how it reacts here. It had a low of 333.63, so it was pretty low today. It was negative on the day. Came back, retook it. See, now it's down 0.01%. So it's just fighting. It's teeter-tottering right around that flat line. Just rejected from the daily pivot, and it's been finding support at VWAP right here at 336.10. Come back to that. Google is on the strong side of technology today. Unlike NVIDIA, AMD getting smashed, we got Google kind of holding pretty firm here. 0.26% is again essentially almost flat. We came down though, it was negative. It's 250.93. Found support just above the S1 pivot. Came back up, retook VWAP, and it's been finding support here at the VWAP, right around the 250 area. And we're going to see how it acts right here, exactly right here, right now at 253.10, 253.15, 253.20. And if it finds support here, I'd say look up to go back up to the 255 area. So that's a nice $1.80. But if it gets rejected and fails VWAP, then we're going down. We got PLTR. PLTR getting, it started the day really good. It was up. We hit what was that? 186 almost, 185.60, and then it just got rejected really, really harshly. So I'm even though it's up 1.21% today, it's the current price 181.50. I'm a little hesitant to go long on this because of that rejection area. However, we did look like we found support down at pivot. So right around the 180, 90 area, found support, bounced nicely. So if we come back up, retake VWAP right now, 181.50. VWAP's right around 182.50. We come back and take that, then we're in a good positive area. Hey, there's a kitty cat. My cat. Come say hi to my kitty cat. This is Fluffy. Come here. This is my kitty cat. My kitty cat's running around. Hey, baby. All right. Amen. Very committed. Very committed. I've been doing it for, 12 years. 12 years been doing this. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. So we got PLTR. PLTR might continue to incline here. Again, 1.17%. We got to see how it reacts right here at the 181.40 area. If we come back up, hit that 182.50, 182.70 area, and we break that above, we have to watch that R1 pivot because we're going to be trapped in between it. We might teeter-totter, so it could be a nice scalp area to buy, sell on the scalp area. Quick, fast. Unless we blow past it, then we're going to have to revisit it. We got Coinbase moving down right now. Current price 329.27. It looks like it's coming down. This is a support area at 329.09. That was the low on the day. If we break that low, we're going to continue to go down to the S1 pivot right around 326, 325.90. That's a huge down move. So 329.50. S1 pivots right around 326. We have the MACD starting to curl over. RSI's dropping pretty aggressively. It's moving down, guys. Coin's moving down right now. Look at that move. Look at it. Just dropped 30 cents. XOM. XOM. I got to take a drink. Hang on a second. XOM. ExxonMobil. We're right around the R2 pivot. Coincidentally, we have the VWAP hovering right at it. So that gives us solid support. When VWAP and a daily pivot is in sync with each other, that's solid support. We've been bouncing off of both of them all day today. It's up 2.11%. Current price 114.39. I'd say it's a good little scalp area right here. In, out, in, out, in, out. Couple points, in, out, in, out. So that's a good one. AVGO. AVGO. 341.58 right now. Broke below VWAP. Broke below daily pivot. It is up 0.82%, but be hesitant. I think it's going to start moving down here unless it's going to able to retake pivot and the VWAP, which is pretty hard to do. So right now, again, 341.50, 341.60. Nice little short opportunity here, possibly. Let's just drop 10 cents. 341, 15 cents. 341.44. I mean, RSI is getting smashed here. So is the MACD on the 5. Again, it's up 0.78%, but this might be a turning point here. It might be a turning point right here, right now. Let's go up here. Kava, CAVA, trapped. Nice little scalp area between VWAP and the R1 pivot. Kava's up 1.1%. Current price 66.25. It's kind of flat. I don't think there's much going to be happening here, so we're going to have to watch that. I don't think much is going to be happening on Kava. McDonald's MCD 301. What's that? 301.08. 301.08. It is down 0.63% today. Right here, McDonald's finding support right at the S1 pivot. It's a good long opportunity, even though it's down. Could be that turning point. It's about 1 o'clock. This is about the usual time. Between 1 and 3, reversals start to occur. Let's move on. Tesla. Tesla's a tough one, man. Whew, I've been staying away from that. I haven't touched Tesla in 3 weeks because of this craziness going on. Tesla's down. Tesla's pretty flat. Right now, 433.82, down 0.09%. Broke below VWAP and was rejected at the pivot together. Pow! Could go down now. Could find a new low. But again, this thing has been so unpredictable. I've been getting smashed on Tesla. It's just been so unpredictable, especially with Elon Musk buying $1 billion worth of stock. This thing has just been spazzing. Coke, KO. That looks bullish right now. VWAP bounced, even though it's down on the day, 0.17%. Current price 66.11. Current price 66.11 on VWAP. I mean on Coke. Hey, my cat's up there. I got a little plank above that TV there for my cat. My cat likes to look down. Let's see here. What we got? Okay, 66.11 on Coca-Cola. If it's able to stay above VWAP right here, right now, then we're going to continue to go up. Looks like we're slightly consolidating here. We got a little bit of a support line coming up right here. I don't know if you can see this. Bounce, bounce, bounce. So if we break that area and this, we're going to go down. If we find support in this area right here, we're going to go up. Around 66.30. Not much movement there. You're talking maybe 20 cents, 15, 20 cents to the upside. T-Mobile, TMUS, it is up 0.12%. Again, basically flat. A lot of stuff is just kind of flat today, except you're talking about NVIDIA, AMD type stuff, Amazon. And then we're talking big moves here. But T-Mobile, TMUS, fell down, was negative, 234.76. Everything started to turn positive after that. It's been trending upwards. I'd say continue to go up unless we break below the daily pivot. Then we're going to go down to about 236.90. Find support, I would most likely assume, and placing a limit order right over here at 237 actually, and then see if it goes up. Pepsi, PEP. I love Pepsi. I just love Pepsi. Pepsi got a nice little dividend, and I'm in Pepsi long term on my IRA. Pepsi's getting rejected right now. Current price $140.95. $140.95. At the daily pivot, came up, found resistance, and it looks like it's coming down right here. I'd say, it found support at VWAP right over here. MACD turned positive, oversold. Found support, came up, and it's been trending. Yeah, see, it already dropped 15 cents. So, I'd say right over here, 140.70. You're talking 25, 30 cents. And FLX, Netflix. Netflix just been getting. I'm not too happy with Netflix on my IRA. And my Round Hill weekly dividends. So it's been getting smashed. Current price $12.17.68, down. Not unusual. Not shockingly, 0.79% negative. Hey boy, what's up? You can do it. Come on. Where were we? I'm sorry. Netflix. Yeah, Netflix. Okay. Netflix just hovering around the daily VWAP, S1 pivot, and VWAP might continue to go down. It's 0.83% now negative, down $10.20, but it has been finding support here. So again, kind of similar to up here with Tesla. It's got a nice little trend going up here. If it breaks below that, we're going down. It's a weird day today. NEO. I'm a holder of this one. I love this. Up 2.6% today. Look at that, beautiful. Ripped up to $7.17. Currently $7.09. Had a slight pullback here, 8 cents down. Found support on VWAP earlier today, right around noontime. It's been hovering above. I'd say it's going to continue to go up unless we break below VWAP around $7.05. Let's go to crypto. Real quick, we'll just dip in crypto. Everything's pretty correlated with crypto. Right here, we got Bitcoin. Bitcoin down, up. Oh, it's up now. Okay. Up 0.15%. I think it's going to continue to go down, though. We found support right at the daily pivot at 113,400. We got to look at this. We're at the daily low right now. We're going to continue to go down. Okay, so right now, current price, 112,575 even. I'm saying we're going to go down right there. XRP, everyone likes XRP, up 0.5% today. We're on a nice little trend here. Look at this thing right here. Look at this. Nice little trend. Nice trend line coming above here. But don't be fooled, because we might come back down right around here, $2.86. It trades in fractions of pennies. Not much on crypto. Dogecoin. I got Doge. I love Doge. I've had oh man, I got Doge at what is it? 13 cents. Current price 241 330. I don't know. I'm gonna just have to continue to watch that. Really, not much signals going on there. It's just flat, really. Pepe. I love Pepe. Oh man, it's entering my buy zone. My buy zone is right around 800. If this falls down to 800 long term, I'm buying it and I'm going to hold it. I'm going to average down to 600 and then just hold it right there. But right now, 974, rejected at the daily pivot earlier today, just 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago, hit daily pivot, rejected. That was a nice little scalp short right there. All right, let's go back over to stocks. We got JP Morgan. JP Morgan's up 0.12%. Again, basically flat. A lot of these are basically flat, guys. So unless we're talking, well, we'll get over here in a second. We got a double top here earlier today. Found high right over here at 316.30. Again, double tapped it. Boop, boop, broke that. Nice little double tap. Breached that R2 pivot. Came up. Trying to break above it. But look at this. Look at this. Came up. Couldn't break it. Rejected. So it found resistance. This was support right over here. Right over here. Rejected. Used it as resistance. Started pushing back down. So JP Morgan, even though it's positive on the day, I wouldn't be buying it right this second. ADBE. It's very similar. Look at these, both these. Look at them. Very similar. Just different positions. Boop. Move it down just a little bit. That's where ADBE is. That's why I kind of got them side by side. They hold similar correlations at sometimes. Found double resistance right here at the 368 area. Resistance came up. It was positive. So ADBE was positive. Rejected. Came up. Tried to breach VWAP. Rejected. We're at daily pivot. Rejected. We're underneath of it now. I'd say continuation down. Unless we come up, find support, and bounce back up to VWAP. Then I'm going to reanalyze it and say long back up to VWAP. We got to take daily pivot back, though. HD, that's Home Depot, $409.02. $409.01, down 0.72% today. We got this thing's been all over the place today. Look at this. Came up, rejected, right at open. Give me a second. I got to take this. All right. Where are we at? Home Depot. Home Depot came up, hit resistance right here at the daily pivot, rejected with VWAP, came back down, found support very temporarily at the daily S1 pivot, breached it, and it's just been traveling down. If we come above that, look what's happening right here, right now. Right around 410, there is VWAP and the daily pivot. If we come back up there, that's a good short scalp right there. Unless we blow past it, you got to be careful at this area. But when you see these two together, VWAP and the daily pivot, whether it's the daily pivot or R1, R2, any of those pivots, that's a strong area, very strong area. A lot of people are sitting there waiting. That's a nice little short opportunity right there. Walmart at the S1 pivot was down a lot today. It's been trending back up. It was at 101.33. Current, it's just back up 60 cents. 101.93 right now. What's up? Give me a second, guys. Sorry about that. All right. Walmart. Let's get back to Walmart. All right. What do we got? What do we got? Walmart. Right now, 101.90, up 60 cents from the low. It's kind of just hovering around there, down 0.9%. It's above VWAP, right around the S1 pivot. It's in a very good area. Even though it's negative, I wouldn't be shorting Walmart right now. Personally, I wouldn't do it. We got UNH. I'm a huge fan of UNH. I called this. Go back, look at my videos. I've been a fan of this since like what, 290, 280. Very, 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 very good stock. I love it. Especially the CEO, which was the former CEO, purchased the stock, bought millions of dollars worth of this stock, and that right there was enough to me to get in. Give me a second. I got to take a drink. All right, UNH, 348.63. Current price, 348.72. We're at VWAP right now and the R2 pivot. It did fall down pretty aggressively, but I'd be cautious. We're below VWAP right this moment. We're entering oversold. The MACD looks pretty negative, so we're going to have to see some kind of bounce here before I am going to get in on this and take a long here. Short little scalp, 348.80 right now. Up 349.07. This thing is bouncing right here. So watch UNH, possible long here, especially if we overtake the R2 pivot. Again, we got the daily, we got the VWAP and the R2 pivot coming together right now. They're coming together. When they come together, what do I say? Strong, super strong area, whether it's even for a short scalp or a nice bounce on the day. So we're going to have to watch that area. If it breaches it and continue and holds it, it's going to come down. It's up 2.22% today. Current price, again, 348.90. Nike, NKE. That thing is at break even. Shot all the way up to $72.40 today. And just chopped all the way back down to 71.11. Right past everything. Just slammed down like a dropping a brick. This thing fell below VWAP, tried to come back up. VWAP slapped it back down, came back down all the way down to the daily pivot, right around 71.45. Broke below it. Resistance. We just retested the daily pivot just now again. Resistance. 71.32 now. Falling. PG, Procter & Gamble, down 1.05%. Current price 151.47. Found low of 150.97. Came up, found VWAP, rejected twice. And again, I'm going to go over this all over again, continuously, nonstop. So don't worry if you missed anything. Rejected at VWAP 2 times. Coming back up. Looks like we might try to retest it. I got my eye on PG. No call on that. Caterpillar, 473.53. This thing was up huge today. This thing was all the way up to around 486, close to it. And then we hit a flagpole, a nice pennant, and it psyched everybody out. Wham, me included. Smash down, just straight down, 486-ish area, all the way down right now, 473.37. So it's positive on the day, but I'm not touching that. No way. Very, very, very crazy. Anybody know any news came out on Caterpillar? Let me know. Put it in the chat. I'm going to check the chat in a couple minutes. CVX. Anybody hold CVX? I like that. CVX as an Xavier. Current price, 158.33. Looks like it's going to continue dropping down to the 158 area. Nice 34-cent move down. Rejected at VWAP and the R3 pivot. This thing just rocketed. This thing was all the way up at 160 almost. And now we're back down to 158.34. I think it's going to continue to go down to 158. It's going to get a nice 30-40% move down before we see it bounce, possibly at the R2 pivot. Ford, it's a really small mover. We might have a double bottom right here, possibly, unless it continues to breach down and goes to 11.72. Not much moves here. We're talking 5-cent, 6-cent moves on Ford. It's only $11.78. But right now, we were up pretty big. Again, kind of similar to Caterpillar. Up around $11.93 or $11.92. Oh, look at this thing. Look at this thing. This thing is just crazy right now. I don't know what happened. I'm not watching the news. I don't got the news up. But, yeah, came down, and it looks like it's trailing down. So we're going to have to watch that. It was rejected at VWAP about 25 minutes ago. And that was at 11.84 rejection. And fell back down to the R2 pivot. And we're beneath it right now. So no call on that just yet. Even though it's positive, 0.89%. It's trading at 11.77. No, this thing's going down. No, this thing's going down. Yeah, I'm calling 11.72 maybe. 5 cents. 11.77 and 11.72. Come back to that. TSM. Anybody hold TSM? I love TSM. Up 3.37%. Current price 281.81. Very big move. A lot of it on the pre-market. It opened up not much lower from where it is right now. So I mean the U.S. market, if you ask me, I mean we're just up just a fraction of the daily game. We're almost flat on the U.S. market. It went all the way up to 286, around 286. So we're actually down $4 and change on the U.S. market from the high. So I'm skeptical about that. Being rejected by VWAP right now. Be careful on that. Wow, look at whoo-wee. Look at this. What is this? Give me a second. This thing's getting smashed here. Citigroup's getting smashed right here, right now. Look at this thing. Holy moly. This thing's getting destroyed. It's up 0.59%, but it spiked up right at the open all the way to 105.60 area, and it's just been wham. It's on the second leg down right now. It's at 105.09 right now. Look at that. Look at that. Be careful though. It's coming on the oversold on the RSI on the 5. But that's a big move. That's a big move on big volume too. Big volume. Big volume coming in here. Got to watch this thing. This thing is going crazy. PFE at VWAP right now. It's kind of a bullish area due to VWAP. Was rejected at the daily pivot right around 24.35 area. 24.35 rejection. Came up pretty strong. Opened of the day. Went down to 24.05. That was the daily low. Then ripped up to 24.36 area. And then was rejected at the daily pivot. We're at the VWAP right now. And it's fighting VWAP. Looking for support. But it's underneath VWAP. So see if the bears continue to keep control on PFE. Let's go over to IBM. IBM right now down 0.36%, 0.38%, 270, 34, 270, 38. Whoa, this thing's bouncing all over. This thing's bouncing over. It opened up, went up to 273.25 area, 273.25. Retook VWAP and just was rejected right after open. We're talking around 10 o'clock-ish, 9:45. Rejected. Fell all the way down, hit the daily pivot. I mean, on the dot. Hit the daily pivot on the dot. 269.30, 269.26, and just whoop, bounced right up. Came back up to 271.50 area, right to VWAP, and was rejected. Not once, but twice. Looks like it's on a second leg back down, heading back to that daily pivot right here, right now. So we're going to have to watch that very, very closely. PSQ. PSQ up 0.52%. Ripping, really ripping right now. Really ripping. Go pull up PSQ. Look at this move. Look at this move. It's ripping. A lot of momentum behind it. It's way overbought, but it's moving. It's moving. Holy cow. Up 0.54%. 31.54. 31.44. This thing is moving. Decent amount of volume came in right around 31.33. Right at that VWAP, the last bounce at VWAP. It took that to break past the daily pivot. This thing looks pretty bullish. PSQ. Circle back, guys. Circle back. I'm going to check out some comments. Let's see. What do we got? Let's check out some comments. What do we got going on? How you guys doing? Thank you for watching. BMNR. I looked that up for you. Let's check out BMNR from my friend here. That's that one you told me, Kathy Wood, right? Kathy Wood? Give me just a second here. Pull it up. I got a whole nother area, studio right over here. This thing looks like right now today it's at, here, let me put this up for you. You see that? Right now, BMNR. Looks like we're at a support area. If you look right over here, a little bit right over here. That's a pretty aggressive downside though. What's going on here? What is this? Give me a second, guys. All right, watch this area right here. 5501 to 5490. It's a tough area. If we break below that, that's trouble area. It could fall back down to the 5380 area. But I mean, if you look over here, it has pretty solid support at 5250 area. 5250. And also, again, right around 5394, which is not that far from where we're at right now. All right, let's get back to the rounds. I got you. I'm going to be watching just for you. You keep DMing me, okay? Because I got you. All right, let's go over Qs. The Qs. Bam. Qs dropping 0.61%. Current price, $598.37. Look at that rejection. That was a beautiful, beautiful call on the short there. Just way more than I anticipated, but we're at the low on the day. down 0.64%. Current price 598.30. Way oversold. MACD very negative on the fives. We're approaching that 598 area, 597.90. We got probably another dollar here dropping. Really rejected by VWAP at about an hour ago. Found VWAP at 601. Rejected harshly right past the daily pivot, and now here we go. We're bouncing on the S1 pivot. Look for support right at the S1 pivot, right around 598, 597.80, somewhere around there. So look for support over there. If we breach that, then this thing is in trouble. All right, let's see. How's the SPY doing? My thing's out of line here. The SPY. Oh, my God. Okay. The SPY. Same thing. Approaching. We're bouncing right now. Right here. Right now. 662.88. We're at the daily low. And the S1 pivot. Let's look at the volume starting to come in here. Look at that little. Look for a bounce here. Look for a bounce here. Come back to that. This looks like a bounce area on both the Qs and the SPY. So let's be careful unless we break it with force, but volume starting to come in. We're already up 15 cents, but we got to watch that carefully. We're going to come back to it. NVDA continuing to go down, just continuing to go down. Now we're at 3.08% to the downside. That's another, what, half a percentage, 0.75% since we just last reviewed it. Still very bearish, continuing to fall down. RSI, very negative, continuing to decline. So is the MACD on the 5. So this thing, I mean, we could fall all the way down to 177. That's another dollar down. Amazon, same thing. We are approaching the low, though, and we are currently at the we breached the S3 pivot. That's bearish. That's not very good. That is not very good. If we break that low, I'm skeptical on any bounce here. But we're gonna have to revisit that around 3 o'clock. We might see something then. A nice little reversal, maybe a bounce back up. We have, whoo-wee, look at AMD. Wow. When I was just reviewing this thing, it was all the way up at 163. Now we're at 160, and it's dropping hard, dropping fast. AMD dropping hard, dropping fast right now. Nice little scalp opportunity. Might come back down to 159 area. It's another dollar down. Look at AMD, guys. Look at this thing. Just dropping like a rock. Holy moly. 159, 168. I'm sorry, 159.98, 159.90. This thing's bouncing hard to the downside. Rejected hard at that R1 pivot at the 163.40 area. It is dropping hard. Holy moly! But be careful. Look right here. This is found support earlier this morning right at the open and bounced all the way up to 163 from 160. So let's keep an eye out for a little bounce right here. We might get a little bounce and then a continuation down to the daily pivot. So watch that. Microsoft, whew, that was a big move there. Holy cow, $3-4 just smashed. Look, there it goes. All right, Microsoft MSFT. Looks like we're finding support here at the S2 pivot. Looks like it dropped like we were talking before. It wasn't this low. We were at about 0.6% down. And found the rejection over here at the VWAP. Now we're currently trading at 509.30. We're currently at the S2 pivot. Possible support right here. So, again, let's watch that area. We bounced once already. Retested it right away. Sometimes when you retest it immediately, that means it's going to continue to breach it and continue its descent. Sometimes when it comes back, it loops back around and then bounces. That's when you have more hope. Not a lot of volume there either. So, all right, GLD gold. Gold's pretty flat since we last went over it. Current price $347.99. Finding VWAP right here. It's up a little bit. It's up a hair. But 347.97, 347.96, up 0.84%. We're right at VWAP. We bounced at the R1 pivot earlier, about 25, 30 minutes ago. We're at the 347, went up $1, and we're hugging at VWAP right now. This is a nice little opportunity right here to go continue up. USO up 1.63%. However, right around, what is that, 11 o'clock? 11:30, hit the high around 75.30, 75.33, and we've just been trending down. We broke below both the VWAP and the R2 pivot, which is solid. So when that happens, that is bad. That's where you usually find support. When it comes down and you got the VWAP and a pivot together, which this was, and it breaches that, that is a big red flag. Big red flag. So watch that as it continues to move down. Again, USO 74.66 right now. It is up 1.65%, but we hit a ceiling at 75.33, broke below VWAP and broke below R2 pivot. We came back up to try and retest it just about 25 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, and we were rejected hard, continuing to go down. I think 74.10, 74.15 is possible. It's possible. We're going to have to watch that. But we're approaching an area of support right now, right at 74.63. So we're going to have to see exactly right here, right now, how it's going to act now. If it breaks below this and it closes and another continuation candle, I'm saying it's going to go down. All right. Apple continuing to go down. Rejected at the VWAP about an hour ago at 256.20 area. What is going on with tech? Tech's getting smashed, other than just a handful. Markets start turning negative here. What do we got going on in the comments? Yes, I have both RSI and MACD. I don't have any SMAs or EMAs. I use the VWAP. Wow, look at AMD. We're hitting if we continue to fall down at 159.50, there it is. There it is, guys. Look at that beautiful call. Look for a bounce here. 159.15, 159.20. Unless it might have that V action. But wow, look at that fall. AMD, guys, pull that up. AMD 159.25, 159.30 right now. Very, very nice drop to the daily pivot at 159.25. AMD way oversold on the 5 on the RSI. There it is, 159.50, 25 cent right there. Bam. All right, let's keep going. GLD. All right, GLD 347.85. Is that where we were? I forgot. 347.84. Look for support right here. It is up 0.81%. We're at the VWAP. RSI is rising. MACD is positive. So we had a little bit of a pullback. Look for support right here. We got to watch the volume on GLD. Put it in the comments if you guys are watching that, if it's going to bounce here as I make my rounds. USO up 1.58%. Came up all around 10.15, 10.30. Hit a high, dropped. Rejected at the R2 pivot with the VWAP. It's dropping down 74.15, I'd say. So it's right now 74.58. Nice little 35, 40 cent move down, even though it's positive. Apple, that's where we were. We were at Apple. Apple, 254.45, approaching the low. We just bounced at the new low. We just made a new low on the last candle about a minute and a half ago. 254.21, new low of the day. That was that area I told you to watch, because look in the pre-market. That was an area to watch for support. Looks like we're holding that. I'm gonna have to watch that. If that continues to get breached, if we make a new low, we're going down. I'm watching that. I'm saying it's going down on Apple if we breach that one more time. So watch Apple. Might head down to 250, 250. Right now 254.45. Apple. Good $2 move here if we break this low. Otherwise, if we come back up and break 255 area, we might come back up and hit the VWAP for a bounce. But we're at a pivotal area. Meta. Ooh-wee, look at that bounce. That right at the pivot. Right at S1 pivot. Bam, that's again. Look at that. I love it. I love it. We bounced there earlier today, came back up. We got rejected here on the last roundabout. I said if we continue to go down here, we're getting rejected by VWAP. We're going to hit that S1 pivot, and look at that. Look at this bounce. That's a beautiful, beautiful bounce. Beautiful bounce. 77.60.68 right now, down 0.59% on Meta. Nice little bounce right at the daily pivot. Look at that. 77.60.80. Whoo-wee. Man, that's a $2 move. MSTR dropped hard, really hard. AMD 159.53. Where you at? Boom, boom, boom. AMD. Nice. When did you get it? 150. Nice. You're up 50 cents. There you go. Watch it here. Though. Maybe start scaling out. I would start scaling out a little bit. It could come all the way back up to 162 though. So let's continue to watch that. All right. So we did Apple. We're at Meta. We're doing Morningstar. 331.12, 331.23. This thing came all the way down to 330.12. We're up $1 now. Something's going on at this level, at that 330.12 area. It's just above the S1 pivot. So sometimes it finds support just above the pivots, because the pivots aren't 100%, but they're very accurate. I love the pivots. The pivots are a pivotal tool for me. No pun intended. Actually, no, they're pun intended. Yeah. All right. Google. Nice hard bounce. Look at Google. Pull up GOOGL. Look at this. Daily pivot 253. We came up in the morning. We touched it twice. Bang. Again. We touched it at around 11:40. Came back up, bounced off VWAP, went up, bounced on the daily pivot again, rejected, made a double top right there. Right over here, when we breached that VWAP, volume came in, we were heading down to the S1 pivot. Now we're bouncing really nicely, just like AMD. GOOGL bouncing off the pivot just like AMD. 251.30 right now. It's down 0.49%. Moving to PLTR. PLTR right now 178.49. Again, another bounce off the pivot. Just like Google, just like AMD. Fell down, bounced. Beautiful move there. Yeah, these are beautiful. The only one we missed was the coin. Give me a second here. Let's move over to coin. Where the hell am I? There we go. Coin missed the pivot, broke below it. Looks like it's bouncing above the S2 pivot. 320.96 found support. Coming back up, look for a retest of the S1 pivot at around 324, 325. Right now, 323.16. It's down 2.65%. Coin. XOM. Still flat in that consolidation phase. Nice long pivot. Nice long wedge coming here. Look at that. On the 5-minute, XOM. Current price 114.32. Look for support right here. We are at the R2 pivot with volume. It's been bouncing. If we breach below it, it's going down. End of story. Going down. If we bounce here and break the most previous swing high, it looks like we're gonna go up probably to 115 area. AVGO. AVGO. Pretty flat on the day. 0.11% down. Current price 338.52. Current price 338.52. Thank you for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follows. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to follow. Current price AVGO 338.50. 58, 46. Fell down. Rejected. Buy daily pivot and VWAP. 337.02 was the low. Bounced pretty nicely. Way oversold on the 5-minute on the RSI. MACD turning positive. We have to swing back to that. No call on that just yet. Cava, C-A-V-A, very similar. Very similar call to AVGO. Kind of stuck in the middle here. We were already rejected by VWAP and the R1 pivot. Way oversold, but we're kind of stuck in the middle. We're in the middle of nowhere right now on Cava. Let's look at McDonald's. McDonald's, MCD. We bounced very nicely off of that S1 pivot at around 331 cents. Retook the pivot, rose back up. Look at this. Rose back up, and now we are right at the VWAP and the daily pivot. This is a good rejection area. It's down 0.18%. Current price 302.44. This is a really strong area. If we breach above that, might go back up and turn positive for the day. If we swing back below, we're going back down to retest 301. Tesla, holy moly, look at this thing. Wow, I told you. This thing is bananas. Right over here. What did I say? I said we're going to get rejected and fall down. Look at that. Pow! I mean, that's insane. $9? $9? I'm not touching this thing. Not touching it. We just bounced hard at the S1 pivot. Look at this right here. S1 pivot 426.25, 426.50 area. Fell down. Way oversold. MACD negative. Found support. Bouncing. I got no call on that right here. So we'll swing back around. Coca-Cola. Holy moly. Look at that bounce. Oh my gosh. KO. Pull up KO. Look at this. One huge swing up. Slight pullback rejection at the R1 pivot. Fell back down to around 66.40. Pushed back up. Retesting 66.60 at that R1 pivot. And looks like we're trying to break above it right here, right now. So KO. KO. Pivotal area. Got to break above the R1 pivot. It is up 0.63% today. T-Mobile, TMUS, up 0.49%. Current price, $238.60. We are above VWAP and above the daily pivot. This is this right here. We're not quite overbought. MACD's kind of consolidating. Could have a pullback here. Back down to pivot. 238.60. Might see a pullback here down to 237.50. I'm going to have to swing back to that. T-Mobile, TMUS. Keep an eye out for a possible pullback. About $1.50. I got to check out Pepsi. Something's going on with Pepsi and Coke. Pepsi's ripping just like them. Pepsi PEP. Look at that. You see the Pepsi? Where's my mouse? I don't know where my mouse is. Oh, marón. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Yes, Pepsi rising here. Just below the R1 pivot. Hit a high of 141.97. Current price 141.94. Just made the high. Just made the high. Hopefully we continue on here. That's where I'm aiming. 141.25, 30-cent move up. We bounced very nicely. It respected pivot right over here earlier in the day, just after open around 10:30. We hit a low 139.96. Found support really nicely right on the dot. That gives me hope that we are, and respected right here, broke above it, that we're respecting the pivots on Pepsi. So if that's true, we should see a continuation here to the upside. But I mean, that would be 3 for 3, and that's stretching it. Netflix, NFLX, we've made a little bit of a rebound here, which is good. We found support at the R1 pivot and the VWAP. I do have a SMA here, by the way. When you asked me, I do have one. That's probably why you asked me. But I'll just remove that. I put it on sometimes just to look at stuff. But all right, so we're bouncing pretty nicely here. I think we're gonna. It's 12.19.42. Say 12.24 is in sight possibly here. 12.19.42. 12.19.42 on NFLX. It's down 0.65%. See, 12.24 is in sights here. Neo is up nice, 1.23%. It was up much more the last roundabout was over 2%, I believe, right? And now it's down. So we broke below. Whew, look at this. That's a shame. Found support at the VWAP, came back up, and look at that. We breached it. That's bearish. That's bearish. So if we come back above it and we retake VWAP, it's going back up to the pivot at 720. Right now it's $7.699. If we put another leg down here, it's going to go down a little lower, probably down to the 690 area. We're talking a few cents here. It's really small moves. It's only $7. So, 2 cents, 3 cents, 5 cents. Let's go to crypto really quickly. Crypto, Bitcoin. Bitcoin's in no man's land. It's continuing to fall down here. That was a good call. Good call. We broke right over here. I think that's where we were, right? And what did I say? 2,400. Well, we're way below that now. So it continued to go down. That was nice. Look at this XRP. Almost at the daily pivot. Nice. Almost at the daily pivot. Almost at the target there. Dogecoin. We're at a nice support area. Look at this. Support. Look for support right here. If it breaches that, we're going down. But we're kind of in no man's land. Even over here, Pepe. I'm just nothing really happening here. Very small movements. Again, I hold Pepe. I love Pepe. I got about a 600, 650, 800 area where I'm looking to buy in. But look at the RSI. RSI is way oversold here. Way oversold here on Pepe. So keep an eye out for Pepe. Maybe a small little bounce here or continuation. But again, we're kind of in a tough area to call anything on Pepe. JP Morgan. Double top at the open. Rejected. Came back down. Didn't find support. Can't get them all, guys. Can't get them all. Couldn't find support at the daily pivot. Now it's looking bearish. If we continue to find rejection here, it's going down. Right now, 311.10. If this breaks that low, we're going back down to new lows. JPM. ADBE down 0.38%. Uh-oh. Hang on, guys. I'm getting called here for inactivity. Whoops. TikTok makes me. I gotta type every now and then, otherwise they put me in a inactivity check, and then they'll cancel my live. They'll shut the live off. All right, where were we? So we did JPE. We're at ADBE now. I gotta take a break. My God, my voice going for since 9:30 here. All right, ADBE. Really no call on that. Again, if we break just like JP Morgan, we come back up and retake the pivot, it's going to go back up. If we break that low right there, we're taking another leg down. Same thing over here. We need to come back up, retake the pivot. If we continue to make new lows, we're going down. We're going down. I'd say yeah. I mean, we're kind of in a tough area right here with ADBE. No call really. No call. HD, Home Depot, been trending upwards. Look at that. Missed that. I was looking for a rejection. It broke above it. And this is what I was saying. If we break above it, just like I said over here and over here, if we break above it, look for a bounce up. If we see rejection off it, look for a bounce down. Very tough area to break over here. That means it's very there's bulls behind it. Unless it's a fake out, but that's a really nice move to go up on HD. Current price 410.70, 410.68, down 0.32%. Walmart, strong rejection at the daily pivot at the 102.50, 102.60 area. Hit a low of 101.33 earlier this morning, right around 11 o'clock, right over here. Rejected at the S1 pivot, rejected at the VWAP, pushed down, hit that low at the 101.33, came back up and was just bouncing around here. Couldn't breach it. Look at what happened. Bang. Broke above it. That's what I'm saying right here. Same thing right here. This is what happens when you break above it. That's why you got to be prepared for those scenarios. One or the other. Which way are we going? Right here, broke above it, found support. Bam, ripped up. Now we're hitting the daily pivot all the way up here at 102.48 from 101.33. Being rejected at the daily pivot. But that's a strong move up. Going to have to continue to watch that. That was a strong move up. UNH. Again, this was another one. Came down, was hoping for support at that pivot with the VWAP, and it broke past it. Came down, retested the R1 pivot at 345 area, bounced up. Now we're at the R2 with the VWAP, and it's being rejected. That's a tough area. Tough area to break, not once but twice. It was a hard move down, came back up. Now we're retesting it. I don't know. I'm bearish on that. Even though we're up 2.23%, 349. I don't know. I think we're gonna be rejected right there. UNH. I think we're gonna get rejected. And no, I did NIO. Yes. Okay, NIO twice. Nike's making new lows. Continue to make new lows. Current price 71.01, down 0.38%. Nike, NKE, making new lows right now. Here we go, moving down. Nike moving down right now. Way oversold. MACD, it's fighting the line, but it's turning negative right here. Here we go, new lows on Nike. 70.98. The low is 70.96. Just a couple ticks away here. Careful on Nike if you're going to go long. I wouldn't go long. Even though you got the RSI saying it's oversold. That don't mean nothing. Here we go. 1 penny away. If it breaks that, there it is. 70.96. We're at the low. All right. We're going to cycle back. PG, Procter Gamble. Woo-wee. Look at that, huh? Just wham. Double bottom. Double bottom on the 5. Pull that up. PG, double bottom. Came down 150.97. Came back up, rejected at the VWAP once but twice. A mini double top. Ripped back down. Found that support at the low 150.97 area, 151 area. And then pushed back up. Retook VWAP and retook the pivot. So this is looking bullish. PG, even though it's negative on the day, 0.61%, I'm bullish on it right now. 152. 152 to up. PG. CRM. CRM's making new lows. That's bearish. CRM, current price 245.14. 245.14 down 1.82%. I'm bearish on that. That is not looking good. Just like Nike is continuing to go down. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Nothing there to call. The low on the day is 244.88. We're at 245 now. It's kind of just trending in this little area. So we're going to have to really watch that low. If that low is breached, it's going to continue to go down. So keep an eye out on that. CRM. We got CAT. Whew. It's still going down since the last round. Since the last roundabout. Still going down. Wow. It ripped up at the open. Ripped all the way up at the open. Hit the high around 485 and change. Just turned around and just wham. Huge leg down. Completely retraced that rip up at the open. And now we're actually below the open price of the U.S. markets. 469.07 it hit for a low, just above the daily pivot, and we're at 470.30 right now. Again, negative 0.38%, and this was positive pretty nicely, almost like a percentage or two, positive on the day. CAT, that's Caterpillar. CAT. Watch that area. I don't know. I think we're at a nice area right here. It might bounce, but we might retest that low and hit the daily pivot and bounce right there. What time is it? 2:08. Yeah, we're almost at the reversal area here. I mean, reversed once, fell down. I don't know if it's going to continue on. The volume's not convincing of a continuing trend. So it could turn around here and come back up to about 472, 473. CVX. I love CVX. I got that in my IRA. CVX, good dividends. We are trending down after a nice blast up, similar to Caterpillar, but not as catastrophic. Ripped up early today, found a high around 160, just trending down. Found support initially at the R3, broke below it, and broke below the VWAP. That was a strong move down. I called it to go continuation to go down because of the breach because of both of them were breached, and it continued to go. It went sideways for a little bit, but now it took a leg down, and now it looks like it's taking another leg down. So we called it at 158.75, and now it's at 157.85. Beautiful dollar move, and it's continuing down. If it continues to go down, I mean, it might retrace the entire day. So let's watch CVX. Ford bounced really nicely here. There it is. I mean, 1174. We called it to go down from the pivot and look for a bounce at the R2 pivot. At the R2 pivot, and look at that. And now it's down to R1, and it bounced a little there. Beautiful. 1170. I mean, again, we're talking small moves here, pennies, because it's $11 stock. TSM still trapped between the pivot and the VWAP. So really not much going on there. We're going to have to break out of one to make a call. One or the other. 281.54. It is up 3.33%. I mean, it's just going sideways. It's still, I think it's almost the exact same price since our last round. Citigroup, symbol C. Oh my gosh, that was a beautiful. I think that was a call of the day. That was the call of the day. Look at that. We fell right below it. As soon as we breached that R1 pivot, rejected from the VWAP, we called it going down to the pivot, and look at that. It went from 104.40 all the way down to 102.84. Beautiful call. I love that. I love that move. That was a beautiful. Again, that Citigroup symbol C. It is 102, 103.01, 103 even, down 0.48%, and it was positive on the day when it opened up at the U.S. markets, just like a couple other things today. Something happened, boop, ripped it back down. PFE, PFE is fighting the VWAP right now, was rejected earlier today around 10 o'clock at the daily pivot. Not once, but twice. Little double top action there, rejected. And we're just hugging around VWAP. No call on that, nothing really happening. Guys, if you're not subscribed, please follow. Please follow. Please like so we get in the algos. PSQ. Very nice move here. Bounced off VWAP. When we hit VWAP earlier today and we came back up. PSQ, by the way. PSQ. Look at the 5-minute chart. We were wedging. We were wedging between VWAP and the daily pivot. Just bouncing, going sideways. Bing, 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 bing. It was consolidating. We broke above the daily pivot, and that was our call. That's what we were waiting for. And look at the volume on that. Beautiful volume. Gorgeous, beautiful volume. Pushed it right up. Target was the R1 pivot. We hit it. We even went above it. We even went above that R1 pivot. Went to 31.55. About just beautiful. Currently now, a slight pullback. We're bouncing again at that R1 pivot. It's 31.50. I mean, I got no call really right now on that. It's 0.75% up on the day. So I got nothing on that just yet. But it's bullish. As long as we stay above that R1 pivot, and it looks like it is. If we approach that new high, then we got to reconsider things. How you guys doing today? How is everybody doing? Whew, I'm going to lose my voice. That's how it goes. Love the market. Love the market. All right, let's make another cycle back here. Give me a second. Let me adjust the charts. We're looking at the Qs continuing to make lows, to go lower. We see the SPY kind of hugging. The SPY is hugging that. Oh my gosh. The SPY is hugging that R1 pivot. Looks like it's wedging kind of around there. 662.76 right now on the SPY. NVIDIA. Take a quick seat here. All right, we got NVIDIA. NVIDIA down 3.13%. It's just been trickling lower and lower as the day goes on. Current price 177.90. Does not look promising right now. No signs of a return. Volume is kind of flat on NVIDIA, down 3.1%, 177.90 price. We got to continue to watch that. No call on that. There's nothing really happening here. If anything, it's bearish. We're going to have to break above this most previous leg down in order to make any type of reversal call. Amazon continuing to move lower. We're at a pivotal price area right as we speak, 221.28. We found support very aggressively here at the right around 10 o'clock, 9:45. And just a little while ago, about 20 minutes ago, we hit that again, but we made a new low technically, and we're making a new low right now just about. 221.13 is the low on the day, and we are hunched over, heading towards it. Rejected by VWAP earlier today, right around 11 o'clock-ish, very aggressively, and just continued to push down lower. Very bearish Amazon. AMD. AMD. There you go. There you go. 161 at on that nice bounce. That was a nice bounce off of the daily pivot. I would be careful now holding that any longer. He's scaling out, well, maybe, possibly, because it might retest or retrace this last pullback up from 159.21 up to that 161 area. Maybe give us a double bottom like feature, or that lowercase h and a continuation down. So right here, it'd be good to, I would be taking a little bit of profit, scaling a little bit, just in case it retraces. You at least walk away with something. Microsoft, down 0.87%, starting to swing up a little bit here, finding support at the S2 pivot. S2 pivot was rejected on our last round, right around the 512 area, 511.50 area, by VWAP, came down. It was bearish. Hit it, and now we've bounced 2 times now off of the S2 pivot. I think it's going to curl up and come back up to a good dollar move here to the upside on Microsoft, MSFT. If we retest this pivot here, I think it might go low, because to find that much support at that area, it's very unusual to do that. So right now, again, I think we're going to get a dollar move up, 510 to 511 on MSFT. GLD still hovering around that VWAP. Man, GLD is married to VWAP today. It is 347.75, up 0.78% today. Most action coming in the after hours. I mean, the pre-market. I got to get another water. Very, very good moves today. Lots of sideways action, though. Market flip-flopping. Tech is struggling today in most markets, most symbols. Nice. Nice move. Whoop. Watch Meta. Right? Look at Meta, guys. 758.95, reapproaching that S1 pivot. Coming up on the low. Look at Meta. Meta got that lowercase h. I love that lowercase h. Also AMD. Look at it. See, that it's making that lowercase h, just like I was mentioning. But Meta's actually in it right now. Full lowercase h. If it breaches this, could continue to go down. So it's already down 0.86%. A continuation could possibly happen. But we also want to look for a bounce, because we're still at the S1 pivot. So we haven't breached it yet. Current price, 758.61. Meta. It's a high probability of a bounce on Meta, but could continue as well. We have to watch that. Look for a breach or volume in a bounce. I do see volume starting to increase right now. Might have some support here. All right, let me reverse. Go back to Apple. Down 0.67%. Rejected by VWAP all day long. If we approach that VWAP, we're going to break above it. Down 0.68%. Current price 254.35. It is bearish. Oversold on the 5-minute about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. MACD is turning positive. No call just yet. If we break that low, we're going down and going to hit the pivot at around 250, 250. Meta still testing that pivot. Let's look at MSTR, down 1.83%. MSTR, current price 329.83. Heading down in a consolidation phase right here on the 5. You see that? Just consolidating. It's getting ready to make a move. Volume is picking up pretty aggressively. And pretty much the highest volume of the day is just coming in the last 20 minutes, 25 minutes. If you see the volume on MSTR, that is a high probability of a breakout coming any moment now. Any moment. We are above the pivot. We could see a swing up here. MSTR. If we break that low, we're going to hit that S1 pivot. Got to have a plan. Always have a plan. Either direction. Is it going to go here or is it going to go here? If it does this, we're going to do this. If it goes this, we're going to go that. Right? That's how it's always got to be. Google, GOOGL. Double top today off of the daily pivot. Held support on the VWAP in between the double tops. That was the bounce in the middle. Rejected on that right top at the pivot. Broke below VWAP. And we hit that pivot. The S1 pivot that I was so excited about. That was 250.48. Current price 251.71. Down 0.32% on GOOGL. GOOGL 251.70. No call just yet. If we touch that VWAP at about 252.25ish, it's dynamic, so it could change as with every bar. So 252.25ish. That's a good area to look for a rejection or a break and support on GOOGL. We got PLTR. PLTR starting to curl over just like AMD, just like Meta. Took that long leg down, and now we're hunching back over on that lowercase h. What a nice correlation these guys have today, huh? PLTR, Meta, AMD. Sure, their technology, they hold a small correlation. But this is a little beyond normal correlation. PLTR doesn't have any legs of bullets in it right now. We got to see something change, otherwise continuing down. Might retest that low. Current price 178.20. The low 177.01. Unless we see something happening here, I don't see anything. There's no signs of any reversal. So bearish on PLTR, bearish on coin. Coin down 3.69%, 3.7%. Current price 319.49, approaching the low of 319.37, continuing to go down. COIN, that's coin, approaching the low of the day. However, be careful. We do have that S2 pivot here. The low is just above that pivot. So there we go. A new low of the day right here. Bam. Already dropped 30 cents. It's at a pivotal area here. Be very careful on coin. XOM. Still consolidating sideways. Very consolidation area. We have that nice upper resistance line wedging in. Something's going to happen here. It's got to make a decision. It's got to look for XOM to make a decision here. Very, very soon. It's 225. Within the next hour, it's going to make a decision. AVGO. I'm sorry. Let me head back. XOM. Currently 1.99% up. Price 114.25. VWAP and the R2 pivot is in sync. It's been finding support repeatedly. That means it's making it weaker, guys. I don't know. It's making it weaker. Every time it hits it, it's another blow with a sledgehammer. So we got to keep our eyes on XOM. Be careful if you're in a long on that or entering. AVGO just was up nice today. Very nice today, and it just completely reversed. AVGO turned over. It didn't even reach the R1 pivot. It went about 75% up and just never made it. So it did not really respecting the pivot points today on AVGO. Not really respecting it. It is respecting VWAP, however, because it went up, it was rejected by the the pivot that's below, I mean the invisible pivot that's below the R1 pivot. Resistance line there, right around the 345.21 area. It was just continuously rejected there. Just bang, 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 bang all day long. And it was bouncing off of the VWAP. So it respected that VWAP. It broke below it, and then it just pushed straight down. And now we hit a low of 337.02 all the way down from 345.21. Huge move down. Looks like it's curling here. Might be a double bottom. We had that lowercase h. Looks like AMD starting to give that curl back up. This is my dog here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You guys see my dog? Look at my dog. It's my dog. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, 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 yes. All right. All right. Yes. Yes, baby. Oh, yes. Okay. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. All right. All right. Calm down. All right. So we got, that's XOM. Where were we? AVGO starting to curl back up here. Come here. Lay down. Good girl. That's my baby. That's my baby. You're a good girl. All right. My dog, her name's Athena. She knows her times. She knows her times to go O-U-T. I can't say the word. She'll go bananas. All right, so AVGO kind of fighting here, as is PLTR, as is AMD. Be careful. I wouldn't quite enter along just yet on those. We need more conviction. Otherwise, we could see a continuation to continue to go down. Let's cycle back up here. Kava, C-A-V-A. Watch Kava, guys. New lows right now. Pushing down. Pushing down on Kava. I'm bearish on Kava right here because it's just there's no signs here. No sign. Huge volume coming in right on this candle. Biggest volume of the day. Something's got to happen if it's gonna give any hope to the upside. Continuing to make new lows right now. 64.94. New low. Down from 65.02 low. 64.94, 64.95 down 0.9%. We got the pivot just around 64.50 area. So we got a good 40-50 cent move down if it continues. So it's a nice little move down. McDonald's, MCD up 0.14%. We retook that. Found that support there. That was beautiful. I love that. Double bang, bang, came up. I was looking for resistance here, and we overtook it. Then, what did we say? It was going to go up. Look at the RSI, way overbought. But that doesn't mean anything. I think it's going to continue to go up. We might see a pullback here to retest. Okay, we might see a little pullback here to retest. But ultimately, I'm bullish. 305 maybe. TSLA. Man, this thing is just no good. Tesla's no good. Don't touch that. I'm not touching that. Still going down. Rejected here twice. Bang, found support slightly. Had that lowercase h. Broke below the S1 pivot. Came back up to retest the S1 pivot, and it looks like we have a rejection here. We're on the second candle of rejection. So we're going to have to continue to monitor that as it decides which direction it's going to continue on. Is it going to go down, or is it going to retrace all the way back up? Because it loves to do that. It could end up here at 450 today. The way Tesla moves, that is dangerous stock. Be careful if you trade Tesla. That's a dangerous stock. Hey, you're a good girl. Come here. Oh, you're a good girl. Stay. Good job. Stay. Good girl. Where are we at? KO. That's it. We just did Tesla. We're at KO now. KO up 0.66%. We are battling that R1 pivot, 66, 67 high. I don't know. I'm a little skeptical here with KO. It looks like it might turn here. Even though it's up today, it's been trending up. It was down on the day. Don't forget that. We came all the way down to 65.90, hit a low, double bottom at that S1 pivot. Fought with the VWAP, overtook it, came back up, shot right through, as did Pepsi, right through that pivot. Not Pepsi didn't shoot through the pivot. Yeah, it was already above the pivot, but Pepsi shot, Coke shot right through that daily pivot like it wasn't even there, and hit resistance here at that SR1 pivot. I don't know. Usually when it trends up like this, a wedge consolidation ascending, usually you see a retrace. That's bearish. It is going up, but it's bearish. It's a bearish pattern. So we're going to have to watch that. I'm bearish on that. Unless we continue to break new highs. T-Mobile, TMUS. TMUS. They might have some trouble on their hands long term due to their T-Money banking. They had hundreds of thousands of customers and clients unable, stranded from their accounts. So there might be a class action lawsuit coming very, very soon. So be careful with T-Mobile. That's going to rock it. Current price $240.55, up 1.31%. Up on the day. Again, $240.55 for TMUS. It's just trending. There's really I got no call on that. It's way overbought, but it's trending. There's nothing bullish, nothing bearish, no signs of any reversal here. It's trending very, very strongly. So I can't make any call on that. I have no direction. It's up, it's going up, it's going up. Pepsi. Again, just like Coke earlier today, about an hour ago, about an hour and a half ago, shot up, and it's hit this resistance line at around 142 on the dot. Actually, yeah, 142 on the dot at the high. PEP. That's Pepsi. It hit 142, and it's got a double top right now. It's trying to push past it, but it's failing. That the pivot, the R1 pivot is just above that, right about 142.30 area. 142.30 for the daily R1 pivot. It did respect it. It really did respect the pivots twice before. On the S1 and the daily pivot, it rejected it and then it pushed off of it. So that's 3 respecting pivot experiences with Pepsi. So I would imagine that it's going to respect this one as well, just because it seems to be in sync. If it makes it up that high. No call on that just yet. Netflix, NFLX. It's in a tight consolidation area. Look at this. Look at Netflix. It's tough. It's tough. Right now, it's just a sideways market. You got to wait for direction here. Trending up here. I mean, it came all the way down to 1208.47. Hit that low on the the S2 pivot, trended up and rejected at the pivot, the daily pivot. And it's been hogging around the S1 pivot and the VWAP. So it's not enough there. It is above VWAP. MACD is turning positive. It's holding. So if anything, it's bearish. It's bullish. Even though it's down 0.69%, it is holding a bullish bullish trend here since about 11 o'clock. NIO, N-I-O, continuing to just push down. It's down now from the tie of 717. Is now $6.99. It hit about what, 692, 693. But it was up. It was up pretty good today. It was up like over 2-3%, and now it cut its gain by 2/3. Might come back up, retest that VWAP at 702. But again, this is small moves on this one. Really small. It's only a $7 stock. XRP looks like it found that support that we were looking at here at the daily pivot. Current price 285, 2852. 2852, down 0.35%. XRP. Even though it's down, I think you might see a little bounce here until we breach that low and get below. I'm bullish on this until we breach the pivot. That'll tell me otherwise. Not touching Bitcoin still. I mean, we called the short, and it's just been going down since and kind of hugging that. I know they're all kind of correlated, but they hold a similar correlation. But I got nothing on that. It's just kind of in no man's land, as you see. There's nothing around it. It was oversold, but that doesn't mean it's bullish. Got something in my eye. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follow. Jeez. That's in there. Oh, Maron. Let's see. What do we got here? Come on. Come here. Come here. I take my dog everywhere. She comes everywhere with me. NTIA. Let me pull it up. Let's pull it up. NTIA. Just for you. Whoops. IA. What is that? NTIA? NTLA. Okay. NTLA. That's a nice little trend here. Yeah. It's a nice trend. I know when I zoom out, I'm going to see a huge drop. Probably, right? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. See? I always know that. It's always like that. Found support pretty good at 1720. It looked like it bounced at 1720 so many times. Look at that. Just all along here, 1720, 1720, 1720. 590, 1720. You got... There's definitely upside to it. Definitely looks like there's upside, but there's definitely possibility of severe downside too, especially at 1720. Not a bad thing. I got to look into this. It is trending. So, And that is a very bullish. There's a very bullish. Lots of volume here. Lots of volume came in at 1330. Okay. Nice. Oh, nice. Beam. Guys, give me just a second. Got to use the bathroom break. Be right back. All right. Okay, let's check it out. Where were we? I think we did Walmart. We were over here. Citigroup, PFE, IBM. Oh, 1 second here. So we're right over here. Oh my goodness, Citigroup. Look at C. It continued to go down. Broke below that pivot. Bounced just above. Made a new low, 102.41. Symbol C. 102.41 bounced pretty good. We're approaching that pivot right now. 102.85 right now, down 0.63%. Rising back up, curling back up to the pivot. Pivot's about 103.15. 103.15. Nice little pullback here. It's 102.75 up to 102.15 maybe. Just above that pivot. Then I don't know. Then I'm skeptical on a continuation. Look for a rejection or a continuation, but that's where I would get out of there. On symbol C, that's Citigroup, down 0.68%. Even though it's down, good little pullback here. PFE. PFE up 0.6%. Current price, 24.18. Just rejected off of VWAP. That's pretty bearish. Especially, we hit a high of 24.40 today or around there, 24.36, something around there, and then was rejected not once but twice. Fell back down below the daily pivot. So as a daily pivot said, get the heck out of here. Fell down to VWAP, and it's been hugging VWAP, bouncing off of it, fell below it, and now it just came back up to the VWAP, and it said, get the heck out of here. And it just swatted it away again. So PFE, I wouldn't go bullish on that. That's definitely bearish as of right this second. IBM, look at that beautiful double bottom. Oh my goodness, what a double bottom that was. What a double bottom point right here. It's officially a double bottom on the 5. As we're literally at the mid zone. Okay, so you got a double bottom. It goes like this, bang, this, bang. It's not a double bottom until it reapproaches that middle peak. We're there right now. So it's either gonna break above that. It's bullish. So if it breaks above it, let's look for some volume. Volume is coming in. If it breaks above that, that's bullish. And we got VWAP just below it. If we fall back down, retest VWAP. That's like going around the moon again for like some momentum. Give you a swing, fly back out into space. That's what this is going to do. Fly back out. So IBM, possible double top here. Double bottom. Look for a retest around 271. Right now, current price, 271.28. Down 0.3%. Was positive. Then went really negative. And now it's fighting that positive line. I'm bullish IBM. PSQ. Look how PSQ came up, consolidated in almost a pennant style fashion with the support at the R1 pivot. I'm not making any call on that just yet. I'm still got to see a breakout either way. Nothing to report on that. PSQ flat. Circle back around, do another round. Guys, about 10 more minutes. I got to head to my private room. And but I'll be back tomorrow, obviously every day. So about 10 more minutes, guys. All right. QQQ down 0.76%, heading possible to new lows. We are bouncing just below the S1 pivot. Nice solid move here to the downside at around, what was that, 1:30, 2 o'clock, 1:30? Really broke out, rejected from VWAP and the daily pivot. Current price, 597.66. That's QQQ, the Qs. Current price, 597.62, down 0.75%. It's holding below the S1 pivot, so it's bearish. And it looks like we're in consolidation as well. It looks like a bearish pennant forming here as of right this moment on the 5-minute. If you pull it up, you'll see that. Nice move down, consolidation to the side. Coming to a point, it needs to make a decision here. Which way is it going to go? Is it going to break above pivot? That's bullish. Is it going to get rejected? Make a lower low from the most previous swing low. Then it's going down. All right, SPY. SPY current price 662.35. Head and shoulder pattern on the 5. Look at that. And we're going lower. I think we're going to go much lower. 662.45. I say, oh, but you know what? There's a little slant here. That head and shoulder might be done. There's a little slant here. Find support, ascending support line here. You have to come back to that. You have to come back to that. It's consolidating. Not enough volume to call anything either. Nope, no volume. Kind of flat on the volume. SPY. SPY flat is down 0.67%. NVIDIA down 3.08%. It's actually holding now. It's going sideways. Thank goodness it stopped. It is continuously down, down, down. NVIDIA 3.08%. It is now 178 even. NVIDIA 178 even. Low 177.30. Just above the daily S1 pivot, which is right around 177, 160, 170, 176.90. AMZN continuously making new lows right now. Current price what happened here? 220.80 right now. 220.80. Low is 220.78. We broke below the S3 pivot earlier today. Bounced up. I was looking for rejection at the VWAP. We got it just above VWAP. That made me nervous. I thought we might possibly continue up, but we retook it, came back down, found support for the second time on the S3 pivot. When we came back down and reapproached it, what did I say? I said I don't know about this one because we retested it twice already. I don't know about this one, especially being rejected from VWAP. And what happened? We broke below it, and then we came back up to retest that S3 pivot, and we're rejected. And we're continuing to go down, and I think it's going to continue to go down. AMZN continuing to move down, 3% negative today. AMD, we're in a consolidation period. We had that big move down, bounced at the pivot. Double explanation point. You took that long. Nice move. Got out right before that pullback. Well, you went long at what, 159.30 or something like that? You got out at 161-ish. That was a nice little buy. Quick scalp there, in, out. We have a bearish pennant flag right now. You see on the 5-minute, came down strong, bounced at the pivot, came back up, and we're consolidating right now. This is a bearish pattern. Should go down. If we break this swing high right here on what is that, 160? If we break 161, it could go up and retest that VWAP at 161.50, 161.60 on AMD. It is up 0.24%. Was negative, turned positive. Was really positive at the open. And now it went negative, and now we're fighting back positive territory. Microsoft, still negative on the day. Wow. 509.12, making new lows right now. Making new lows. Making new lows. Microsoft, let's be careful on taking any longs on Microsoft. It is below the S2 pivot. A little bit of volume coming in here. Just adjust this here. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, it is below it. No signs of, hey, baby. Good job. Oh, you're a good girl. Oh, you're a good girl. All right, stay. Good girl. I got to take her OUT. All right, gold. Gold. Very sensitive area right here for gold. We saw a bounce 2 times on this, on the R1 pivot. Bounce, bounce. And now we broke below it. That's bearish. This is going down. 346.45, 346.55 GLD, it is up 0.4%. It was up a little bit higher than that, but we have pulled a nice little pullback. I think it was over 1% up, right? And continue to go down. 346.50. Oh, look at that. Oh, 346.15 now. It's going down. There it is. That's a nice move. Huge volume coming in. Huge volume on this bar right here. Huge. Most volume of the day right now. Pushing it. USO. USO current price 74.90, up 1.97%. It is fighting that R2 pivot. It's stuck wedged between the VWAP, which is just below current price, and the R2 pivot, which is just above it, and it's just fighting it. It's just fighting it. We had a rejection at this area right around 12:45, pushed it back down to the 74.45 area. Again, current price 74.91. This is an easy one. If it breaks above this, it's going up. If it breaks below it, I'm going down. Apple, AAPL, Apple, down 0.72%. Same spot we were last time. Really no call on this just yet. 254.25, 0.72% down. Not really a lot going on with the volume either. If anything, it's bearish. Apple, bearish. Apple, bearish. Oh my God, Meta. Wow. Oh my gosh. Meta. Holy cow. I thought it was going down, but not that much. Oh my gosh. We had that lowercase h. I thought we were going to go down and retest that pivot, right? That's pivot. That's what was that? 759, 758. We went way below that. We're at 751.62 now, and we're approaching. We're making new lows right now. We're approaching the S2 pivot now. So, Meta down to the S2 pivot. That's about 751 probably. Going to make new lows most likely. Meta just pushing down. We're at that 3 o'clock mark, so market is going down. Morningstar, same thing. Going down to new lows. We're approaching the S1 pivot. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's dropping. Google, same thing, curling over. I think we're going to head back down, retest that S1 pivot. Google down 0.62%, current price 250.95. It's curling over, guys. Market's starting to turn a little bit here. PLTR, I don't know. PLTR is kind of an anomaly here. PLTR is kind of holding, unlike the others. I think PLTR might continue to go up, actually. It's up 0.17%. Current price 179.66. And I think it's going to go up to about the 180 area. Current price, again, that's a good 30, 40. Oh, no, it's already moving too fast. Holy cow. I think it's maybe 180.50. If we break that most previous swing low, we're going to retest all the way down to 177.50. So, but it looks bullish. Coin did end up dropping all the way down to the S2 pivot, and we're coming back up from oversold on the RSI and the 5, and the MACD is turning positive. Could find support right here on the S2 pivot. Current price 319.39, down 3.78%. Might see a little bounce right here. Come back up to about 323, 324. Good $3-4 move, $2-3-4 move. Maybe take back a little bit. We break below this pivot though. I'm telling you, we break below this 320. That's 318.20. You're looking at a large move down. So keep an eye on coin. Could be a nice little bounce here. Take some back from the market. Go back up a little bit. XOM finally starting to push up here. I think XOM is going to be going up here. 114.40. Current price 114.40. It's rising. It was at 114.20. 114.42. We are bouncing here. We were in that consolidation phase like I was talking to you about. We're going sideways. We're in that wedge like I was saying, that long sideways wedge. We are at support. I said we got to choose either up or down. If we're at the VWAP and that R2 pivot, we're in sync. They were solid. It couldn't breach it. If it breached that S2 pivot with the VWAP, we were going down. And I said if we bounced that most previous swing high, we're going up. And look, we did it. And now we're already at 114.43. What a quick move, fast move here. I think it's going to continue on. So XOM, that's bullish. AVGO. All right, this is the last one. Then I gotta cut it, guys. If you're not following, follow. Please give me some likes. Let's get some likes. Let's get some follows here. Thank you, CC. I appreciate you. AVGO, nice little bounce here from the low, 337.02, just above the S1 pivot. Might come back up, reapproach that. I'm bullish on that here. It looks like we're holding it. Some volume coming in a little bit. RSI on the 5 is starting to curl over, curl back up, and turning positive. So 338.70 on AVGO. Look for 331.25 maybe, 332 even. I'm sorry, 338.50. Oh, sorry. Just look at that. Look at that rip up. 339.50 to 340. 339.50 to 342. If we break that low though, 337.02, we're gonna fall back down to that 336, 335.50 area. So we're at 338.77 already, up 20%. I mean, up 20 cents, 20 ticks already. 30. We had that lowercase h, nice little solid bounce. It's just flat across. And now we got volume coming in on that green bar. We have to watch that most previous swing high. That's around 340 even. 340.10. That's a very sensitive area. If we're rejected at 340.10 and we fall back down to the 338.70 area, it might continue on back down, or we might trend sideways until the close. But I'm bullish right here on AVGO until we break that low. All right, guys, listen. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Make sure you come back tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. 9:30 a.m. All right? Got to go and do the private room now. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you all tomorrow.